Hey, everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden Football on EA Sports.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This will be fielded at the 6. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. They will be led out by a second-round pick in 2019. Out of Missouri, it's Drew Lock.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He's able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. They'll run on first down. Callahan. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. And here are the starters for Philadelphia.
One thing for us to keep in mind and remember, they're coming off of their open week last week. They got to sit home and relax a little bit before the final stretch of the season. They got the lucky draw because every team in the league wants to have that open week later in the year rather than early. They benefited.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And on third down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Throwing his Lock on third down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. Lock off of play action. He sets to fire deep. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. And they've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing now is Lock. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. Again, it's Lock. Over the middle, complete. That's Newman. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards the pickup there. Lock going to bring the offense up 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On second down, Callahan. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Picking up where they left off before the open week that they had last week as they won going into that, and no signs of being stale.
No, and that's really big for them because there's a trust factor that goes into this because what often happens, if you win the game before your open week, you usually get more time off. But if you win the game before the open week, get more time off, and don't play well the next time out, that goes away. So they're making a statement that they like that time off.
So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is, and that tells me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to hone that fine edge. They want to see if they can get in sync and stay in sync in this one.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. That one goes for 24 yards. Wilson with a first down carry. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
Watch the pass. Here we go.
Second down, this is Wilson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got him the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And he's able to get up here to the 26. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. On play action, Locke. On the completion, this is Carey. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. Locke now on first down. The completion to Riddle. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Here's Locke to throw. And he hits the tight end. It's Davis. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. They wound up getting nothing out of that 2nd down completion, so now here's 3rd and 10. Locke going to throw, and it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay. Yeah. I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down. On first down, it's Wilson. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. 2nd and 14. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Flowers. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. A good chance this is four-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Over the middle, complete. That's Burns. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming. On second down now, it's Wilson, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. 3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. He'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And, partner, it's safe to say that the secondary really contributed to that sack.
Yeah, nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They covered everything. Nowhere to go with the football. But my question is, why didn't he throw it away?
This one angles out of bounds at a good spot in the coffin corner. Now they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Block now to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down. Lock.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays. Started to look like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Taken right around the 44. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
They'll run. Here's Wilson. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. They'll try and pick it up on the ground with Wilson. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy 1st down.
Well, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Here's a 2nd and 7. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. They're going to look to throw. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Locke. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup. Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big.
And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. And he was plus 5 seconds there with the football. Is there a time that a quarterback has to get rid of it?
Somewhere generally around 3 seconds. So just like we're playing in our turkey bowl, right, in our backyards, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, that ball better be gone because anything past that, that's usually the end result.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 17 yards and a first down for Philly. Locke going to bring the offense up 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 6 of his throws on this drive. No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Locke to throw on 2nd down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Well, the dump-off gets him 9, so now they're in much better shape for 3rd down. Locke to throw on 3rd and 1.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Houston. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas first down. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. 2nd and 10. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Flowers. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball. You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, Locke. He finds Riddick, complete. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now Locke. And he's got his man on the out route. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They look to throw. It's Locke throwing right, and that's complete. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. To throw it is Locke. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Locke firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 28. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime. Well, that came a little abruptly here. Still working on my apple up in the booth. Hang on here. Let me spit this out. And we can get to the 3rd quarter now. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Flowers. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. This quarterback now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll run again with Wilson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Back to throw here. And that will be incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
On 2nd and 9. Lock. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum.
Drew Lock taken down in the end zone. 2 points for the defense. So troubles here offensively. I tell you, the noise in this dome, that has got to make it harder for these guys to hear.
Sometimes I find myself shouting up here. But you're right. If you can't communicate well or get off the snap count properly, it can cause big problems, and this qualifies as a big problem.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And this is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
On 3rd down, here's Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 13 yards and a 1st down, Cowboys. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain there of 30 big ones. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Wilson. A gain of 3, 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Another carry for Wilson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1. And just like that, it's 3rd down. They'll drop the throw. His throw caught right around the 6. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes this a 9-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
They'll keep it on the ground. Callahan And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Throwing now is Locke. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 31-yard line. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you got the two defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
Call it a gain of 4, leaves them with options here on second and just a yard. From the 22, Locke, wide open receiver, complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. They'll try and run for it on first and goal.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. This is third and goal now. 80,000 on their feet here in Arlington. Back to throw. Locke. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. From 3 yards out, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because...
Locke's pass complete to number 87. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Extra point right down the middle. And that will shave one more off this lead. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so. That has to happen. You've got to make some changes because in the first half, they were pretty effective. But the second part is sometimes when you're doing really well, you get off your game a little bit. You get off the gas a little. You're like, okay, we've got this thing. And that's not necessarily the case. Maybe right now, someone just needs to tell a joke in the huddle, loosen things up, and get their big guy going again.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Wilson. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Back to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. There he goes left side. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. 82 yards. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You can see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes this a 9-point game. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's capped off for the Cowboys touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter. From the 30 on 2nd down. Locke, the completion to Riddick. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Locke now. Perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Here's Locke to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, here's Locke. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On the completion, this is Carey. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll go for it. It's Locke. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Locke again here on 2nd and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Throwing his Locke on 3rd down. Oh, he can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. He'll look to throw. They're able to locate Wilson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion and the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. And he'll give it here to his running back. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 2.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. On third down, Wilson. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. Right back to him on 1st down. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, watch it, watch it.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
2 yards on the pickup.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7. Now this drive, they're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need 7 yards here. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
And that was a good collision right there. And I know this as a former defender. If you're playing linebacker, you're going through a checklist on every play on who you think's going to get the ball, where you think the ball's going to go. Rarely do you expect the fullback position to get it. And on that play he did. So you got to steel yourself at that point because the contact is going to be strong.
A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with it.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
We call it sack block.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Clock now to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On 3rd and long, it's Locke. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Here's Locke. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
So they're down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Wilson, and only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now it's Wilson. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this one is right through. And that will give them a 12-point lead. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held him to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Locke's trying to hurry him up with that clock running. Another try after the first down sack. Locke. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
Locke going to go on 4th down. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. But down 2 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to go for it. They must have thought they had a play to dial up that they could get it. Well, it didn't work out.
They must have thought, as you pointed out, they had a play, and they were probably looking at the number of possessions that they thought were left in the game. And down 2 scores, they must have felt like they couldn't risk not taking a shot here and giving up that chance.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are